Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Danny Klein with the Elliott Group. Today, we're going live behind the scenes in the trenches. We had a dealership send out their leadership team all the way from New York. Little store called Paragon Honda, the #1 Honda and Acura store in the entire, not even country, the entire world. Shout out to Brian Benstock for sending his team down here, show you guys a little bit behind the scenes of what we do, talk about leadership, talk about mindset, talking about sales, life stories. Let's get right into it. Danny Klein with the Elliott Group. I have no limit! What's up, guys? What's up, baby? Nice to meet you guys. Okay, I've been with Andy for 5 years. I've been in some fucking crazy rooms. I've been with guys with Andy Frisella, Patrick Bet-David. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, made a fuck ton of money. I'm 25 years old. I had a crazy story, and I'll tell you guys that, right? Like, obviously, you got a great company. You guys are coming down here to train, and you guys have taken the time out to, you know, level up, and you've heard some great information, some really good shit. Got really hyped up with Austin. But, like, what are you trying to go back and do? You know, like, each individually, right?
I mean, I did have a time where I was further than most people. I didn't have the right leaders at that time.
Got you. What I believe they go to fucking die is the above average zone. Oh, I'm making 150, I'm making 200, fucking big dog. They start like getting a level of ego to start doing way bigger shit because they've literally sold their fucking dreams. You want to make 6 figures and then you made a little bit more than other people, you know, from your own environment. And then you're like, oh, dude, I'm fucking killing it. And then you stop growing. You put that cap on your own success because of what you're doing around other people. It's that above average zone. I'm gonna go to you, but I need you to think about some of these things. Think about like what you really came out here to do, what you're trying to take away. Because the reality is, you've probably been exposed. Is this y'all's last day? You guys gonna be here tomorrow too?
Yeah, we got the flight early.
So you guys are flying out early tomorrow?
Yeah.
Chances are, it's a whole trip worth it in 45 minutes. Chances are you've probably already been exposed to it. You've heard a little sprinkle from Austin. You've heard it from the twins and Jacob. You've heard of the sales, the leadership, all these different things. My question for you is like, what are you gonna fucking act on? Like, are you getting more clear with exactly what you want and how you're gonna get there and what the holes in your game are? The only way you can get better is through self-reflection. I don't speak from a place of like, I don't need to put on an act or impress you guys. My goal is for you guys to think like, all right, if I'm my own business inside of the business, I think about it like this. I'm not in a sales game anymore. I'm in a game of how big can I take this with Andy? How much further can I take this? I run our entire sales team. I have a virtual team of about 30 guys. I'm one of the youngest in our company, but my mindset has always been, how do I keep poking holes in my game? Because your business is like a bucket, and your bucket has holes in it. Every business has a bucket, has holes in it. Everybody has it, all of you. You got holes in all your buckets. Well, that's money that's leaking out. We're always trying to fix the holes in our buckets. There are things that are going wrong, there's things that are going right, but your bucket will never get full if it has holes in it. So I'm always trying to plug the holes. What's the leads? What's the team? How's the leadership? How's these things going? And I just keep plugging the fucking holes. But the only way that you can do that, and if you think like a real business person and not a salesperson, like a fucking employee, and I say that with love because you guys are here as a place of you run your own business out of the business. You guys wouldn't be traveling across the country if you just wanted to sell a little bit more and get a little bit better. You guys are trying to fucking kill it, I'm guessing. You guys are trying to crush it, right? The most respected Honda and Acura store in the entire fucking world. When I talk about you guys to people, they're like, holy fuck. When people talk about it, you're like, oh, we're going to fucking Elliott Group. Don't ever miss the fact about where you are and the opportunity that you have. You know, I just need you guys to think about that. I'm always thinking about the holes in my game because that hole of not having the team run, if I got something going wrong, or if my team's not flowing, or something's not happening, or I don't have that level of communication, what's that leak cost me? For them not to be telling me that things are going wrong, or what's it cost me for my team not to know how to overcome objections, or whatever it is. Name any problem. How much does that cost me? If I put a dollar amount on that, I think about the dollar amount of all the shit and the money that I'm missing by not fixing those problems. And so I have zero emotion. I have emotion tied to my goal, but I have zero emotion tied to fixing my shit because I want to impact a lot of lives, but honestly, I also want to get rich in the process. I want to get fucking rich. I want to get paid. We're all doing this to get paid. But if you can't constantly pick holes in your own game without somebody telling you, there's no way you're going to fucking win. There's no way you're going to win. The people that go back and execute on all this shit, some of our best students and I'll say this, because you guys are gonna keep coming back, keep doing training, but I've seen people, some of them are the people that don't come every month. You know why? Because they take it and they get so fucking busy, they got so much momentum, that they're like, dude, I don't even have time, dude, I'm fucking doing this, I'm building that, I'm using what you taught me, because they're not reliant on somebody else to help them with their own shit. We've taught them to become their own best coach. Does everybody here make over 6 figures? Yeah. Dude, you guys can take it as far as you want to go. You know, I think that you guys are here for a very specific reason. Brian Benstock is very calculated. Everyone's been with Brian for over a couple years, I'm guessing. How long? He's like, I'm fucking new. How long have you been with Brian? About a year? Who's been here the longest?
Been here a year and a half.
Year and a half?
Decide, you've been here the longest, no? 6 years. Out of everybody here.
6 years? I think he's never done this with us. He's never sent down a group like this. He sent down people for training and we've gone up there. But I've never had a group of just a small setting of guys like you. And so he sees something inside of you that hopefully you see in yourself. I think it's gonna be fucking amazing. What'd you come here for? And by the way, there's like no right or wrong answer. I'm not gonna pull you up here and make you take your shirt off like fucking Andy Elliott or rip you and put you on some Instagram reel.
The aspect of the growth of you as a human, you know
Yep.
what I mean? Figuring out those little things. I know you just, the holes in your game in the essence of, you know, what's going to make you fucking bigger and better. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Yeah, it's just really strengthening it up. You know, tighten up those little fucking, those screws that you need. You know,
Yep.
as a human. You know, rather than, and I love the fact that when we came down here, we're all talking about on the plane, like, man, I hope they don't do these objection trainings and shit like that. It's exactly what we wanted. You know what I mean? It's more
Yep.
like that breakthrough shit, you know?
Yep.
That's what it was for me.
I love that you said I'm gonna focus on becoming a better human because we believe that people don't have business problems, they have personal problems that they bring into business. The more that you work on yourself, this is why Andy fucks with people about their fitness, fucks with them about all these other things, your marriage, are you fucking your wife? You hear him say this crazy shit, you're like, what is he talking about? He's a sales trainer, right? But he's saying those things because that's the reality of things. If you got all this stuff going on at home, but you're trying to work so hard over here, if you're not in the mindset, talk to any dude that's making over like, we'll just say like $1 million a year. They're not gonna really teach you about, hey, it's because I learned how that wife objection, bro, it changed my game. They're not gonna say that. They're gonna say it was all mindset. Does anybody know, so Austin was talking to you about Tony Robbins, right? Did he mention Dean Graziosi at all? So Dean Graziosi is Tony Robbins' business partner, but he talks about how this game, he used to think it was 80% tactics, 20% mindset. And he said, he's like 60 years old now. He said, the more I've done this, the more I've realized it's 80% mindset, 20% tactics. And it couldn't be more, it just, the total truth, because you see people that got all these vices, all these habits, all these different things, because they haven't worked on themselves. Meaning like, they just got all these shitty habits. But let me go to you. What do you come here for? Think about it like this, man. If you were like, I'm gonna be the fucking GM, those are your goals, and those are your things that you want. If somebody, I'm gonna fucking sell more than you today, or like, I'm gonna get this team and you're not gonna fucking get it, like, I will go to war. Like, you can't take that from me because it's what I want. It's what I'm gonna fucking get. I believe like a somewhat of like a purpose inside of a man's life is like whatever promise you make. Like if you make a promise, you have kids? How many kids do you have? If you make a promise, girl or boy? So if you make a promise to that little girl and that little girl grows up and you don't hold that promise, I believe you failed as a man. But why does it have to be to the daughter? Why does it have to be to the wife? Why can't it be with ourselves? Men downplay everything. Man, it's not that serious, man. Fuck that, dude. I didn't hit my goals this month. Didn't hit that. You start downplaying shit instead of being like, God, I was a fucking pussy this month. And you go back to work and you go back to that shit. But I believe a lot of y'all's purposes, whatever goal or dream that you have to proclaim that promise that you're gonna have, that you're gonna make with yourself. Because then you have accountability. You fucking have called it out. It doesn't need to be in front of everybody. My sole purpose, I made a promise to my father. My father drowned in a pool 4 years ago. I made a promise that I was gonna make our last name fucking proud and everybody was gonna know our name and I'd take care of our family, anything financially, for the rest of it, as long as I'm fucking alive. Now, you don't have to have something fucking crazy happen and someone die in your family. But I ask you, like, why do we have to wait for something horrible to happen? Why can't you just do it now? Some of you guys will have an amazing life. You know what, peace of my soul, it'll always be like taken because I can never give him that success. I can do it now, but I can't do it with him. when I'm on the boat and doing cool shit, whatever, I'll never get to enjoy it with him because I didn't do it while he was around. I'm a little bit younger, but some of you guys are a lot older. And I believe that the biggest price that you can possibly fucking pay in life is the price of regret. What's more hard? Showing up, doing the fucking work and getting the checks, or not doing the work and then suffering that fucking shitty check, not having any money, being broke, not being able to support your family. I want everybody to write down the minute that you'll become more successful. So I will become more successful when I take on more responsibility. You have to catch yourself in it. Because it's like, I'll just do just enough. But you got to think about what level do you really want to fucking take it to? He said, I want to have the most successful fucking team in the whole space. The money comes from people. That's the real key. Getting all the money is running a real good business. But he said, I want to have the best team. I want to have the biggest team. When you make other people great is really when you're going to grow. When you decide that you stop doing it only for you or whoever, but you start doing it. If you really want to make a lot of money, and you can fire him, or you can learn how to have the conversations to figure out what's going on at home. Figure out how we can help this guy to be in a better mindset. Oh, you figure out that this dude's fucking doing drugs on the weekend, and that's why he's showing up and showing sloppy. And you get to impact people's personal lives. Because what I've realized when I've gone to help salespeople, we have a little bit of like the process and the structure, but the biggest breakthroughs with people, and then where you'll create people that'll be with you for life, loyalty, is you start to figure out what their real problems and vices are. You start coaching motherfuckers. You start just helping people. And it's not a title, you know. You don't need to wait to have the manager position or to be the team lead. You just start helping. Because guess what? Once you get the position, and he's like, once I get that team lead, right? Well, they're gonna need to see you. Well, let's just give him it and see how he does. Who's the guy that starts taking turns? Oh, he's a closer. Let's give him a couple runs. Go ahead. Go take the TO. You're not a manager, though, but they start having you split deals. They start having you come in at the TO. Well, because they start to see you as a leader. They're testing you. And once they start seeing the results, that's when everyone sees. Because leaders, they have followers. You don't get to choose to become a leader. You might have the title and the paycheck. Title and paycheck is cool, but I don't know about you guys, but I like respect. I chase respect. One of my favorite moments within this last couple months, that's like 2 hours up here north, did a kick-ass training for their team. We're doing a lot of sales stuff. And then I sit down, I'm like, I want to talk to the entire leadership team. And I've worked with this account for like 4 years since I first started. And we're going through shit, and they're like, dude, I never fucking thought about that. And we're going crazy, and like, we're like going through different ideas that we can implement with the process and the team. And I walked out and I said, you know what feels so good? Like, the money was cool that I got paid to go up there and do that, but like, you know what feels good? I brought up some of our guys, and I said, just the respect. I was the youngest in the room, least qualified, least experienced in the automotive business, and I got fucking GMs shitting at the shit I'm telling them on how they can grow their business. I'm like, I fucking love that feeling. The skill set, if you don't have time on your side, if you don't have relationships, you don't have all those other things, when you have skills, people will fucking respect you. Same thing too with the customer. When you can consult them and coach them to make decisions that are fucking hard, to buy a $70,000 car, Lexus, Acura, whatever it is, Honda, people buy because they believe you. And you can come from a place from wherever. I think people get really geeked out about talking about things. They try to stay in this box on closing and with the word track. But when you get to know the market, the rates, all these things, you can talk from a level of like, you can't fucking stop me because I know more than anybody here. I want everybody to write down, anchor your goal to something emotional. If somebody stood in the way of what I was trying to accomplish on my father's name, I would fucking kill them. I would fucking kill them. There's nothing that's gonna stand in the way of what I want to accomplish. I mean, actually murder, but like, I'll fucking do whatever the fuck it takes. That's my life's mission. That's why I'm going to make it. It doesn't matter about the plan and the strategy and all that shit. Just, you can hear him, he fucking cares. That's gonna be the difference when everything fucking sucks, when you blank for days, when your shit goes into debt, when everything is fucked up in your life, when you have that little, like David Goggins says, that cookie in the cookie jar, I call it, you're like undeniable. Like no one can fuck with you because you're bulletproof. On the worst fucking day of your entire life, what are you going to think about? Are you going to fucking fold? You're going to go back to the vices? You're going to divorce your wife? You're going to start throwing out bullshit? Be the big guy? Or are you going to harness that power? Again, I keep saying most men. I think most men, they dip away from that power and that energy. That energy, I believe, is what made Andy fucking Andy. And I've studied a lot of people, and my brain tried to find every logical way on how I can process my way and word track and do all this shit. And I just keep going back to Andy. And this is why you've seen Andy not stray from sales training, but you've seen him broaden and go to these other like ideologies, because he found the key to the growth. And the key is you focus on the man, you focus on the person, you focus on that emotion. What's the only way that you're gonna follow somebody? You ever hear people like, I don't follow anybody, because most people, they don't respect anybody enough. So how are people gonna follow you? Because if you get a title, you can fucking boss them around and fuck with them. But do you really want that? Or do you want people to say, what was your name again? Alexis, how the fuck, man, I'm struggling with this thing. How do you selling 20 cars a month, bro? How you doing this, man? Or, hey, man, I've been drinking, bro. I got this fucking problem, bro. I need you to help me. That's what I live for. I live for men. This sounds really fucking weird. But, I live for men getting vulnerable with me. Inside of my team, when people get vulnerable, that's when growth happens. But you can only get that with trust. Everybody write down the word trust. If your team cannot fucking trust you, they will not grow. They will not grow. And also, it comes from forgiveness. Me and probably 10 other people in here have all fucked with each other, yelled and shit. When we first started this shit the first month, me and fucking Ian were fucking wrestling, bitching at each other. We were in the school. We first started with just Andy, and they're just fucking laughing at us because, we came from the car business, so we're like, y'all can fuck around, But guess what? The next day, I'm like, man, fuck you. You know what? I love you, bro. Let's fucking put it behind us. Let's get back to war. But yesterday, we were fucking with each other, yelling at each other, all this stuff, all the situations. But when I look at the bigger picture, I'm like, man, this is stupid. With what we're trying to do, this is so stupid. Let's get back to it. Because we got a bigger mission. We got something bigger that we're trying to accomplish here. In 5 years, what are we, a bunch of fucking housewives from Atlanta? We're men. Let's chop it back up and get back to making some fucking money and helping these other people make money for their families. So that also, too, has to happen. Because when you're with people for an extended period of time, shit ain't perfect. And you don't want it to be perfect, because when it's perfect, people are fucking hiding shit. People are hiding shit. I'm like, I haven't heard anybody fucking talk a little bit of shit in a while. Where's the camaraderie at? You're fucking hiding from him. Why aren't you talking to him? He's like, man, fuck him. I'm like, ooh, how long has this been going on? Man, he did that shit to me 2 months ago. Oh, so who's the pussy? You not wanting to fucking handle it and fix it? Or the person that's hiding? And you just start handling shit, dude. We got big fucking problems, big money that's on the line. We got deals that pay 50,000 commission in one deal. You don't think we fucking get in each other's faces, handle it? Big commissions. But we figure it out, we handle it. And that takes a lot of maturing. But we ain't gonna get the $100,000 commissions, all the other commissions, if we can't learn to handle that. God's not gonna give us that if we can't learn to handle that. Isn't that crazy? You ever seen the video of, there's a video of Theo Von and somebody, he starts handing them a bunch of stuff. Anybody ever seen this video? I want you guys to, Theo Von is hilarious, bro. But there's a video, I'll just show you, watch. So here, keep that drink in your hand, hold that. Keep that pen, hold this. Hold this. Hold this. Hold this. Hold it. You can't hold it anymore, can you? Anymore, can you hold it? It's too much, right? Well, what if I gave you, go ahead, let me put this down. Put this down. Now you guys drink, right? Well, what if you had all this stuff laid out, and I was like, all right, I need you to carry all this shit. You'd be like, you'd pick up this bag, then you put all the bottle inside, you could carry it with ease, right? God won't give you things that you can't hold, bro. But we're trying to pick up all these things. We're trying to do all this stuff, take on all this stuff. But God doesn't want his son to crumble. And so a lot of times people try to carry stuff, and they get pissed, they get upset because they want it right now. But you haven't learned to hold those things yet. You haven't learned to hold that pressure yet. It's the same thing too. I want the big deals, but I haven't learned how to hold that pressure yet. That time will come when I understand how to get those things and how to deliver on those things. So level 1, if you had to guess, like what would be level 1 of leadership? So position, what is this? This is rights. This is, hey, you got the title, you can tell people when to show up, you can fire people, you can, do what managers fucking do. I don't even know what managers do. I've never had a manager title in my fucking life. But they follow because they have to. So people will follow you because they have to. The leadership is only granted because of the title that's given. And by the way, I want you to think about some people. If you guys have been in the car business, who were those people that were only the position leaders? And there's probably some people in the store. Those are the fucking easiest people to take out. And like, listen, you gotta have a little cookie in the cookie jar. And guess what holds everybody accountable? So if there was a manager sitting right here, who deserves to lead the people better? The people that's like only leading from a place of being a boss but not a leader. That's how we make everybody great. They're the easiest to fucking take out, but their boss is not leader. People only follow what is required of them. It's only bare minimum. No extra effort. All right, second level. What do you think second level is? Permission. So what do you think this means? It's based entirely on relationships. This is what he says. It's based entirely on relationship. Developing trust and influence within people. This is someone that knows how to handle conflict, knows how to solve situations, knows how to help people through tough situations from what they've been through. This is why you'll see a lot of leaders, they've been through a lot of shit. Because they know and they can empathize, not from a place of I think I understand what you're going from, but I know what you're coming from because like I've been there. So the second is permission. Oh, left side. The third one, what do you think the third one is? People follow you based off your performance because of what you've done for the organization. Work gets done, profit goes up, goals are achieved, momentum starts to increase. Do you guys respect him?
Yes, sir.
Why? He's probably really busy. You respect him because of what he's done, the results that he's gotten. And so there's a level of like, you can only go so far as your performance takes you. Because if you don't ever get to a point, if I'm like a 15 car hand and I'm trying to make 30 car hands, well, you can't really teach from theory. Like you gotta go and do it on your own. You gotta go through that fucking grind first. And so some of you guys might have to go through that phase of actually just going fucking dark, figuring out how am I gonna add 10 cars from where I'm at? Like how am I gonna get to 40? What's the top part? What do you do in a month? What's the top month? How many cars? Like a good fucking month for you. You're like, fuck yeah. 30 cars, right? I'll be coming after his ass. Level 4 is reproduction. This is a really good example environment to be in because who's done the training for you guys? Tons of forgiveness, and I would also write down patience. Especially in the car business, it's a month-over-month mindset. And if you don't hit your numbers, we're fucking bitching you out. We're saying you're gonna get fired. We're saying all this type of lingo. I need you guys to make people not feel safe and comfortable, but if they have an off day or an off week or something's going on, they gotta feel safe with me because we're on the same team and they already know that they're fucking up because they're here because they wanna make money, they want the life. It can't be from a place of, dude, you fucking hit your numbers, bro, you're fucking out of here. Ooh, what's gonna happen? You gotta be very careful when you're gonna play that game. And I don't know what happens in the store, right? You guys are fucking car dealers. It's probably a little crazy. We're probably fucking canning people you probably see people get canned every day.
Nah, I hope so. I wish.
There should be.
Yeah?
There should be. A lot of it should be.
Good. Well, Brian's got some patience. Whoever's in charge, got a little bit of patience. But it's reproduction. Andy's only got this because of his level of patience with everybody. He's allowed people that room to grow. He's had that trust. He's given people the platform to actually go and to find their next level. I would rather spend a little bit more time with somebody that's loyal to me and grateful for the opportunity, but might not be there in their sales and get them where they want to go because I know that they're here with me and they're not looking at different shit, than just saying, fuck you, bring in somebody else. I have no idea who they are. This is why we value loyalty a lot. When Andy feels that loyalty, vice versa, that's when you get permission to just go balls to the wall. A lot of people, you ever seen people that leave? Did you leave and come back? I know you said left and came back.
Yeah, you did.
Why y'all fucking leaving?
Huh?
All right, accountability, that was the right answer. Don't fuck this up. No, I like that. I mean, I would probably agree with that. Like, you have to have people respect you to be loyal. But if you're not in an environment where you can respect the people that are leading, or you guys are with a lot of people, right? But if you can't respect Brian, let's go to the very top, or people that are around him, the inner circle, the top 5 guys, Marat, then why be here? If you don't believe, it's not that you don't believe in Paragon Honda, the dealership, it's that you don't believe in the leaders. And if you don't believe in the leaders, then there's no point in being there, because you're never going to do it 100%. You might as well just go do something else. It's your life. But if you believe in the leaders 100%, it's like disrespectful to not be loyal. That disloyalty comes from a place of when you're down and out, when shit's not perfect, your brain tries to self-sabotage yourself about all the other shit that's going on and how there's better opportunity, there's better things. If you know in your heart, or there was a season of time that you know you're in the right place and the best place, it's generally because the shit's fucking difficult. Because you're in a place of a lot of competition. You guys should be grateful for that shit. I've seen people come in here and get fucking broken. I've fucking grown men tell me they're gonna take me out, and I fucking laugh. I'm like, dude, you can come in here, but like, you're gonna have to earn it. You're gonna have to fucking step up every single day, because it's not a game of like, oh, I'm just gonna float around and, but I really like that question of like loyalty or respect. I think they definitely go hand in hand, because if you're loyal to somebody, they respect you a lot more. I've been offered jobs, to some fucking huge people, big opportunities, big money, but I'm loyal to Andy. I wouldn't have the platform, be the person I am today without him. And so I owe him whatever money I would have fucking missed anyway from that. You guys are already the best because of that big vision, but it's not just about selling cars. Like a lot of sales industries are like, oh, I don't know if I want to sell cars for the rest of my life, or I don't know if I want to be in sales the rest of my life. And they start to downplay the little shit, and that's what kills their fucking dreams. People are like, oh, you're gonna sell courses for the rest of your life? I'm like, it's not about that. And there's a way that you can downplay any dream or anything that people will fuck with you. And you'd be like, damn, do I want to do this the rest of my life? Bro, it's bigger than that. You're gonna work a job doing something for the rest of your life, whether you're selling something or helping somebody or doing something. But if you put some purpose behind it and you put those people that you're trying to help as leaders above yourself, you'll be able to get up every fucking day ready to go to war, because you have accountability of other people to where you can't stop. There's a different fuel under the fire when you take on a responsibility as a personal commitment to yourselves that you're going to help other people grow, and you show up every day. Leadership is the best feeling in the whole world, bro. And if you can step to that level, the market, the world, Brian, whoever, the money will follow you, bro. Because it's undeniable to recognize the person who is the leader because of the level of respect. And you guys are all leaders. The only question is like, how great of a leader do you want to be? Is it just a check, or do you chase the people and the impact? I want respect. I can make a lot of money and be the top salesperson. We actually just had our top sales guy out canned because nobody fucking respected him. They didn't like him. Horrible leader. We don't tolerate shitty leaders. Best sales guy, and he's like, dude, listen, chance after chance after chance. Went through the whole deal, boom. Leadership not there.
What made him a bad leader?
Didn't care about anything other than himself. Listen, you could be a great sales guy if that's what you want to be, but we're in a company, for us, of leaders. We're not trying to just sell a bunch of shit, make a little bit of money. We're going to do that, right? But it's a byproduct of having all the right leaders in the right place. We can't go where we want to go with new people coming in. They look to him as a leader, right? Because of the results that he's gotten, but then he's not the example for them. I don't want my people being like him. They need to be like people that everybody comes to. Why do they come into number 2? Why do they come into number 3? Why don't they go to number 1? You're going to have it all, or you're just going to make a check? You want to make a check? That's cool. This isn't the fucking place for it, because we're going to be $1 billion fucking company. We can't do it with people that are just going to only be that. Now, if you want to be that and you want to declare that, it's totally fine. But again, it's a balance of camaraderie, leadership. Like, you got to put a level of responsibility above you. Y'all could fucking whoop each other's ass one day, but the next day, like, we ain't no housewives of Atlanta. We got fucking dreams to accomplish and shit to go on, and that's how we grow. All right, family, what you just tapped into was a private training down here with Paragon, Honda, and Acura, the #1 Honda and Acura store in the entire world, sent down their leadership team to go and do some training. So that's what you just witnessed. And if you liked it, if you got some value, if you like the bombs that we're dropping, you like the inside sneak peeks of what we do on the daily, just raw training, raw freestyle, go ahead and make sure you shoot us a like, shoot us a comment, share. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're growing this thing to over 1,000 subscribers. Your support means the freaking world, from the Elliott Group, from me to you. So make sure you guys keep liking it, keep posting, keep resharing it. We need everything that we can get, and we'll catch you in the next one.